I hate it. I hate it all so much. I hate it. I just want it to be done with. I just want it to be done with. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I just want it to work. And it doesn't. It doesn't work. Why? I need a break. I need to stop. So at some point in this video today, we're going to be starting the Blob, which I'm stoked. This car has gone through like an amazing transformation of just restoring it to a spot where it's going to be a good daily driver and it's going to be reliable without giving us problems. So what is going on, you guys? And welcome back to the channel, wherever you guys are in the world tonight, this evening, this morning, this afternoon, this midnight, I don't know. But we've done a lot to this car. So what have we done? We've replaced essentially every single gasket on this car that bolts up to the motor. That's going to be intake, exhaust, even some of the motor gaskets. It's got new timing on it. As you guys saw in the last video, we did new timing belt, pulleys, water pump. Everything has been refreshed on this car. So I'm assuming that there's going to be maybe one or two problems when we go to start it. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. You don't get everything 100% of the time when you go and do this stuff. So there might be some small problems here or there. We can't technically drive the car yet because I'm waiting on Rally Sport UPS to drop off an order that I snagged from Rally Sport Direct for the rear diff. I put the wrong fluid in there. It's an LSD based rear diff and not like the newer models where it's like, I believe it's a torsion. So the LSD, I just need a different fluid, so that should be dropped off today. I also have a different post MAF hose coming for the intake, but that's just a color preference and not anything mechanical speaking. So what do we need to do? It's pretty much fully reassembled at this point. We need to get the intake back in, the new intake box, the intake track, fill it up with fluids, start it. After we've like bled the system entirely, we have to bleed the power steering and we have to bleed the coolant system. Once both of those are bled, we'll shut the car off. We'll upload the new OTS tune on the car because I am going to be using an OTS tune for a little while on this car. I feel like it's a good idea because a lot of you guys use OTS tunes, so this will be awesome to get some good feedback on OTS tunes for you guys and how they actually run. So this is where we currently stand with the Blob. Yes, it's missing a headlight. I'm waiting on some stuff to come in to repair this headlight because it's in such disarray that I'm probably gonna end up having to order a replacement passenger side headlight, but I'm doing whatever I can to save this one. I'll show you guys that small stuff here in a minute. But intake needs to go back on. Intake box, I did order a brand new intake duct from Subaru for that portion to go on there. We need to get fluids in the car, battery back in. After that, we're good to start it. We're gonna have to prime the system like we do on all of our cars whenever we go and do stuff like this. So we're gonna have to get oil pressure built. Well, that's pretty much the only thing we need to do. We need to get oil pressure built in the system, but we're pretty much there. We're pretty much there, you guys. So with this headlight thing, just because I did want to show you guys this because it could be, I don't know, it might help someone else out. On the back side of this, the ballast that bolts up to the bottom of the headlight, the screws in this are stripped out. So what I did is I ordered it's like a plastic key insert essentially. So you heat it up with a heat gun and then you just push it in there, it melts the plastic and it holds the key insert in the spot, and then it's threaded so that way we can put something there to hold that down. This headlight is just in such disarray that I'm probably gonna have to order a new one, but it is what it is. So anyways, let's get back on this. Let's get this intake in the car. Let's get that intake box in the car with the new intake filter, intake duct, and let's get this thing started. Bam, this is temporary setup. I have the old crappy air filter on here and the old post MAF hose because when I get the new one, all that's gonna come out anyways. But does anyone else feel like Perrin, Cobb, all these other big companies like quality control starting to just crash? I don't know, it might just be me and I get bad parts. The control ring that goes from the turbo inlet, the one like provided by Perrin, is like too big. I ground down the ring a little bit and it fits a little bit tighter, but I need to grind it down some more. Also, I don't know if this is just supposed to be weird fitment with this air box. It's a Cobb intake with a Cobb air box. I have a new post MAF hose coming. Maybe this one just isn't for the car. I don't know. But the fitment on here just seems really whack. I don't know. It might just be me. But anyways, we're ready to start this thing up now. So I have the Mini Odyssey in here right now as just a test battery to get this thing started. I still don't have a battery tie down for this car, so that's still something that I need to snag. But with this intake, it did give us like new radiator hoses, upper and lower, for these doodads right here. Not really sure how I feel about them. Not sure if I'm a fan of them or not, but they work for now, I guess. So we have coolant in the radiator. We have the radiator overflow coolant tank dealio filled up also. We have oil in the car. We have power steering fluid in the car. We have gear oil in the transmission and the differential. I'm ready. Let's start this thing up and see what happens. All right, this is always terrifying, always scary. Where's my keys? Might help if I have the keys. There they are. All right, so let's prime the oil system first. We'll roll down this window. Oh, I shouldn't be this nervous, but I am. Fuck it, I'm just gonna disconnect the crank sensor, try to turn it over. Nothing will happen, it won't start. It's totally fine, totally fine, totally fine. That was a little scary. So I've got everything primed, I've got it ready to go. Let's start it. I'm always nervous whenever it comes to these first starts, whenever like we do teardown like this, because if something's gonna go wrong, it's gonna go wrong now. So it's either gonna start up or it's not. See what happens. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. That's the goal here, don't blow up. No blow up jobs. Okay, so what did we see here? We see a lot of smoke. Why do we see a lot of smoke? Why does that not sound like good smoke? I'm a little worried. That's a lot of smoke. Stop it. Stop with the smoke. It doesn't smell like anything's on fire. Smoke as scary. Oh, I hate it. I hate it all so much. I hate it. I just want it to be done with. I just want it to be done with. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I just want it to work. And it doesn't. It doesn't work. Why? I need a break. I need to stop. Well, things could always be much worse. It's the second day. I dug so deep in this car to try to find something, anything that I might have missed that might be causing that ticking, knocking noise. It's the motor. 100% the motor at this point, so the motor has to come out of the car. But I've already gone through the 7 stages of realizing your motor's bad, so motor's bad. I don't know if it's the short block or the heads yet. It could be the short block. So after I took a break, I came back out after a couple hours off camera. I pulled all the timing covers off. I double checked timing. Timing was 100% accurate. I actually reset timing again just to make sure everything was solid. Timing's perfect. Everything's back on. I bled the car. There's something going on with it. I don't know if it's the short block like I was talking about. After I got it started again last night off camera, I got the access port plugged into the car. With the access port plugged in, I started monitoring values of the car to see what was going on. The dynamic advance multiplier of the dam was stuck at 0.500. It should be at 1. We were getting cylinder roughness on cylinder 4 on startup, and it would go up to about 7 to 16, somewhere in that range. It could be valve train related. So I had Matt come down and double check everything with me to start looking the car over. And he thinks that it might be one of the valves in there might be bad. So what we're gonna do is the motor has to come out of the car regardless. I could compression test it. I could leak down test the car right now just to confirm what I already know, but I already know something in there is bad. So we're gonna pull the motor out. We're gonna completely disassemble it down to the short block. If the short block comes back bad after inspecting it, we're gonna replace the short block with a type RA short block. If the heads are bad, I already have everything priced out for the heads. We'll do GSC valves, springs, everything in there. To get the car back on the road. But the motor in the Blob eye, something's wrong. Something's not right with it. I could drive it and see what happens, but that's not the smart thing to do, because then it's just gonna create other problems down the road. So everything that we just did, I'm not gonna say it was for nothing, but it all has to come back off the car now. So buy a Subaru, they said. It'll be fun, right? Now, in all reality, it's not the end of the world. It's not that bad. This isn't my first Subaru that's had a bad motor. This is actually the second one. Out of like all 18 Subarus I've had, this is only the second one with a bad motor. So, like I said, it could be much worse. Now, the noise that we're hearing is coming from somewhere over here. It could be cylinder 2 or cylinder 4, but cylinder 4 is the one that's giving us all the roughness and all of the issues. But like I said, it also may sound valve trainy because the noise is coming from like right here and not necessarily the short block over there. So the game plan for this is today I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna drain all the fluids. You guys will get an entirely separate video on that, but I'm gonna drain all the fluids out of the car, both coolant, oil, get it all out, get all the small stuff out of the way, the radiator, intake, intercooler. I'll strip this down to just the block itself, so that way we can pull it out of the car. I might go as far as pulling the intake manifold back off the car just to make it a little bit easier to pull it out. But we're going to be fixing whatever the problem is. It's going to be getting a new clutch also, because while I have it out, I might as well put a new clutch in the car because I don't know the condition or the status of the one that's in there. So you guys said you wanted more Blob Eye content, so you got a whole lot of it coming now. So it was funny, I just got done editing the first half of this video that you guys saw, and after watching like my reaction to everything, I was laughing at myself. Like I thought it was funny going through realizing something was going on, like something was wrong, but something is definitely wrong with the motor. So like I said, you guys wanted more Blob Eye content, you get a lot more Blob Eye content. We're still waiting on the motor to come back for the EG33 for that car. So in the meantime, we can get this one sorted out back on the road. So we have a lot more content coming up on the Blob Eye. So if you guys like the video because we got a bad motor in the STI, go ahead, hit the like button and turn it blue or gray, I guess. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit your boy up, because I'll show you how to rebuild a motor if you ever need to, for some reason, to rebuild your EJ or anything else. Or if you just like watching the stuff, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Help your boy out, because things just got a lot more expensive with this. So also, if anyone out there wants to sponsor the Blob Eye build, feel free to hit me up. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. So with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. 2 videos today, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So hope everyone has a solid rest of their day. I don't even know how I'm gonna end this one, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.